kind of mittens are those?
German military. This is my World War II gray coat. It's got Freedom Glider buttons.
What kind of buttons?
Freedom Gliders. I figured out what era this coat was from by the buttons. They ran out of metal during World War II, so they used to have brass buttons, but the plastic ones were like 1945. And someone dyed it black and it turned dark brown, and I really like this color. It used to be green.
Frontier Tactical at its finest. Well, welcome to our Longhouse build. Catherine's just mixed up some wicked venison stew. We're gonna have that for lunch, and we're having some coffee and talking about our project here. We came out last night and did a bit of work. We put in a couple more posts on this side here and started like cross framing it in. And now we're just kind of looking at the overall structure. I think the height right now is about 9 foot and it's 12 by 12. And traditionally the houses were 20-foot ceiling and 20 feet of width. So that's like a 1-to-1 height to width ratio, and I don't have that. I've got like 1 to 0.75. So what I'm trying to say is it would be really bad if the roof fell in over the winter. And I just want to make sure everything's cool. So we got to decide on the height and which way to extend the building. Welcome to our Longhouse build. This is the butt end off of the first sapling I cut down for this project. This is the bottom of the tree, and this is serving as my drill. I've just sharpened the one end. I use my axe to drive it down in and create a hole. I wrench it out, then place the saplings in the holes for the structure. I've been using this pretty heavily, and the bank line's keeping it from splitting down any further. Well, it's now the next day. We talked about how we were going to set the house up, and I just started working and didn't film so much. I didn't film at all. But we got some stuff done. Check it out. There's new bracing on the front, and we started doing the arches for the ceiling. I'm gonna take this one off and redo it. The sapling's a little too heavy to get the bend. But this one right here, it's only about 1.5 inches in diameter, and it's perfect. We were able to lash it down to the corner post here, all the way up over the ridge, and then down to this other sapling. So I'll just swap this out and then repeat that about 8 more times. Literally each stick that gets added in increases the stability of the structure. It's pretty cool. I've been lashing all the beams together with just simple jute twine natural fibers, and I've gone along to some of the more key locations, and I started reinforcing it with bank line. We extended the structure back another 6 feet and changed the location of the door. It's now on the north side of the building, but it's now officially a longhouse. Before it was just 12 by 12, and now it's about 18 by 12. The ridge is probably about 10 feet, so it's shaping up to be something pretty neat. I'm excited. It was really exciting getting those arches in place yesterday, but then this happened. My silky saw blew a blade. Just winding down for the day, but here it is as it stands. Got a couple arches up, some more crosswork in, and some more posts around the edge, around the sides. I just picked up some fresh tulip poplar saplings. I'll process them here, and then we'll have all the branches to use for our fire or projects, whatever. The bark is awesome for a tinder resource. And it's cool that we're able to use pretty much everything of the tree. We'll come in here and storage on either side of the door, and then the main living space, and hopefully a fire. That is the plan. Before we can get it covered up, I've got to go around, do a little bit more on this side over here. I got to put in a few more posts, do some cross work, and then finish up the arches over the top. As it stands, there's about 15 hours right now in the project. Hope to have the frame done in the next couple days. We've got some tarps. They're basically 10 by 25 foot, like a plastic drop sheet. We've got 2 rolls of them, 10 by 25. We're gonna use those in conjunction with whatever else we can scrounge up, some other tarps and natural materials, and use those for the walls. But first, the frame.